Integrity, compassion, and respect. These are just a few things the Portland Police Bureau is looking for, and it's written inside its training complex. But Assistant Police Chief Ryan Lee with the Services Branch says it hasn't been easy.
As of Monday morning in the sworn ranks, we had 128 vacancies. That's a pretty substantial portion of the police bureau.
Lee says it's a growing problem, not just in Portland, but across the country.
Getting people attracted into service careers, but particularly policing, has been difficult. So almost every major law enforcement agency in America is experiencing shortfalls. They're having a hard time with recruiting. They're having a hard time attracting candidates.
A majority of the vacancies are because more officers are retiring, and it's a trend that's going to continue into next year. But the Portland Police Bureau noticed they had one barrier that was pushing applicants away.
The state standard requires only a high school diploma or a GED. The Police Bureau is moving to match that state standard so that we have access to the same pool of candidates.
Starting next month, they will be implementing the state's minimum standard of a high school diploma or GED. It's a change they hope will fill vacancies, which has been easy in the past. Out of the 1,075 people who applied to become officers last year, 817 met minimum requirements. Onto the background check, only 303 people got that far, and those who did, 85% didn't pass. That left just more than 40 new officers who were hired last year. One of the other changes the Bureau is looking into?
We're examining a practice in our policy about visible tattoos above the neckline.
Lee says social norms are changing, and the Bureau wants to change with those norms too. The Portland Police Bureau hasn't determined when the changes to their policies about tattoos above the collar could go into place. Lee told me for now it's something they plan on looking on a case-by-case basis. They're also looking into allowing officers to grow beards as long as it doesn't interfere with their safety equipment.